Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of That's What She Said, and we have Cheryl and me, Elizabeth, as well. And today we have a really special guest.
We adopted her.
We didn't adopt her. we just found her in the pantry, and we needed an older woman today. So we found her. She was making her oatmeal. We wheeled her here. And now here she is.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Karen.
She needs crutches.
How old are you?
Just 40.
Are you sure you're 40?
Yeah.
Not older.
5 years ago now. I'm 39, turning 40 this year.
Okay, so the reason why we had to search for an older woman was because the topic for this week's discussion is about age and how is age really just a number.
So we need old women.
That's why we have her.
Yeah.
I am older, I'm not old.
Sure.
Okay, and then we have Cheryl, who is also a minor, right?
I'm actually 19 now.
Yeah, it's minor. Anyone below 21.
Is it?
Yeah, so we have the minor and the major.
Oh yeah. Dun, dun.
What about you?
I'm 21 lah.
No, please lah.
Just stop being a
She's
minor.
26.
Can you not do that? Cut that out.
No, I will leave it in.
I don't want to know my age.
No.
If not, my career dies.
Oh really?
So this week we're going to talk about age.
I'm a newbie, okay? They have to, you know, they are the YouTubers.
No.
Yeah.
We're popping her cherry today. That's what we're doing. So is age really just a number? Because we have more experience than her.
That's right.
But do you feel as if your age in the workplace, it plays a factor in your workplace, especially in the media industry?
Not really, because we are not, it's not like we are front-facing. We are not like celebrities. We just work behind the scenes, so it doesn't matter how old we look.
Right.
But in terms of like work ability, I think that to a certain extent, I think there is a certain expectation, like you are of a certain age and people kind of expect that you should have some experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Some experience.
Yeah, it's like I've been working since 1920, so I have a good almost 2 decades of work experience. So
Wait, 1920 as in the year or 1920 years?
Oh my god. No, she's been working since 1920. She's a 90-year-old woman sitting with us today.
actually, I started working when I was 12, okay? Yeah.
What the heck? Okay.
Okay.
Then do you think that like in the workplace, like age affects like the way people look at you? Like for example, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself.
Of course. Do I look like 40?
No, I would have said 60. Like easily. No, I'm kidding.
This is not short.
I'm just trying to chase the guess.
I'll do a zoom.
I zoom in on you. Okay, let's go.
I don't have wrinkles, right?
没有啊，没有。
Zoom into your wrinkles.
It's just all the problem areas.
Old.
No, but you said that it's not a problem for you because you're not like on the front line, right? But you do have to face clients as well. Then do you think that sometimes that sort of plays a part? For example, if you compare yourself to like 20 years ago when you first started, and when you met clients, do you think they treated you differently as to how they would treat you at this age?
I think to a certain extent there's a certain leeway.
Okay.
Like when I was, say, 25 and I meet clients, for example, they kind of think that, okay, 小妹妹, right? So, okay, if she talks,
小妹妹.
she's not that eloquent, she doesn't have that kind of like worldly experience, fine. People give you more leeway. But then when you're of a certain age, right, anything that you say, and if you kind of give people the impression that you don't really know what you're talking about, or you're not as, experienced in that sense, or knowledgeable, I think they call you out more easily if you are older. That's my
really?
point of view. Yeah.
I mean, I guess so, because like with a certain age comes with like a certain amount of wisdom. Yeah.
Like the expectation rises with your age.
Because it's always like personally, I remember when I graduated and then I entered the workforce, you are the sweet young thing in office.
Yeah, you're still the sweet young thing.
Yeah. If you believe.
You're the flower, the rose among all the thorns.
If you believe.
when I mean, people tend to treat you as the sweet young thing, and then anything that you do, right, they kind of, okay, they will help you along the way.
Like babysit you.
They babysit you, they let you do a lot of things, and even if you make a mistake, right, it's okay because they know that you're young, you just came out to the workforce, so that's okay. Yeah, but then when you are of a certain, you have a certain like work experience, right, I don't think people really accept that kind of mistake.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're stricter on you.
Yeah.
So
it's
far,
it's the same as like with her, right? Because
Yeah.
she's the intern. So she comes in. Okay, we're gonna bring out all her.
I'm sorry.
wow, all her mistakes. Let's
mistakes.
go.
Okay, let me just
Let me
hide
write
myself.
it down.
Let me just hide myself here. you know.
Your school,
but
in your
it-
school, right? Who's responsible for you?
I
Your
don't know, I
lecturer?
don't know, I don't
Can I
know.
get his email?
I'm just a
gonna
passenger.
email this entire list to him. All your
我不知道。
fuck ups.
Like for example, you know, okay, let's say if you come in to work wearing shorts, it's okay because like okay, intern, you're not. I don't need to hold you accountable.
You told me I can wear whatever I want.
Yeah, so we are very.
So
relaxed
test them.
about it.
Come in a
Yeah.
bikini.
I don't have a bikini.
I
I
don't know
will buy
whether-
you one just to see their reaction.
No, we have no reaction. this is
okay.
this is a media company, right? There's no reaction.
The reaction come from outside of me. What the shit
Yeah,
is girl
so
doing?
if she's her being an intern, right, automatically we don't have expectation. Like okay, as long as you turn up for work, even if you're slightly late, like
I'm
that's
sorry.
fine. That's fine. Yeah. So that itself already shows you like the kind of expectation if you're young versus if you come to work. Let's say if I'm a 30-year-old, for example, this is my new job. I don't think people give you that. She's new lah. No.
Okay.
She's 30 years old, she must be experienced already.
No,
Like
I
she must
think
be on
I think
time, huh?
it's
Yeah.
different in this situation because she's an intern. But like if she was a fresh grad, I don't think people would treat her like that. I mean, they would still expect her to be on time and whatsoever.
They would, but then in a way, I feel that the expectation is already lower.
Yeah,
Because
that's
just
why.
because they are new, they are fresh out to the work society, right? So people automatically like, okay, like we give them chance, let them.
But
learn
isn't that a bad thing as well? I feel like people might not take me seriously because I'm young.
which is
Depends on the
true.
people who you are working with, because maybe some people they will look down on you because you have no experience, or you have no, like they think they know everything but you cannot contribute to.
I don't think the word is look down on you. It's more like they don't really. Okay, the trust definitely.
Okay.
I think, I mean, versus a more experienced working person, you know, obviously the trust level, yeah. Because you're young, I know that, even if I know that I trust you to do a job, but even if there's a mistake, I kind of
like
let it pass more
close one
easily
eye
lah.
lah.
Yeah, close one eye lah.
oh.
Yeah. How about you?
Me, I feel okay because I have been doing the whole acting, hosting thing for a couple of years, even when I was schooling. I feel like when I was much younger, when I first started, it's not that no one took me seriously. It was more like they thought they could take advantage of me. In a sense, they would charge me lesser. They didn't think that I would know how much I'm worth in that sense. They would try to charge you less, you know?
But in a way also, because you are so fresh, right? You would take anything that they give you,
kinda,
right?
you
You're
know,
willing
yeah.
to do that, right?
Something like that. And then after a few years, you kind of look back and you think about how they used to treat you and everything. And then you compare it to like the standards, the rates that you're getting now. And I don't know. To me, it feels like the younger you are in the workforce, the less seriously you're taken.
Quite true, but actually it's a double-edged sword. If you ask me, because if you like, in my case, right, I don't think I look my age, to be honest.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
don't
don't.
think I look my age.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
look like-
dress my age.
you
I
just
don't
look like 10
behave
years
my
older lah.
age.
You don't behave your age.
Tomorrow you're dead. Like, and I think to a certain extent, because people have the expectation of me okay, me being 40 years old, they have this expectation of me. She has to behave in a certain way. She has to look a certain way. And because I don't fit into that criteria, people take me less seriously.
True.
Yeah.
But if you were like working in like a creative industry, but I think this will be accepted, like whatever you're wearing right now, or like your style.
Do you feel like people take you less seriously because of the way you dress?
I feel so personally.
Okay.
It could be me lah. Yeah. So in a way, I do feel that if sometimes I think about it, like if I had been more appropriately dressed, for example, I come in an OL attire, for example, maybe my bosses, maybe my co-workers would expect certain things from me, which is, I mean, they would trust me more. I kind of felt that way.
Trust you more. So what? Your appearance ties in with the amount of trust they will give you?
Appearance ties in with age and vice versa. It's like because of this, you are this age, you should look this way, behave this way. Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
It just goes to the stereotyping.
So it's just back to stereotyping again, I guess.
Someone of a certain age is supposed to, dress a certain way, and it also changes with the industry you're in. Like advertising, like creative industry, dressing like this is fine.
Oh, okay,
but if you talk about like banking or whatsoever,
like
there is
corporate
no
stuff.
way this would be accepted.
Yeah.
True, that's true.
Actually, for creative industry, right, what I notice is that they seem to, if you are young, right, there seems to be more value given to you, because there's always this like I don't know, people think that you are young means you're creative.
Yeah, innovative, youth. Yeah.
That is the what I'm seeing lah. But whether it's true, I don't know. I wouldn't say that I'm not creative, and I wouldn't say that a fresh grad is more creative than me. But somehow the perception is that if I work in the media industry, if I work in an advertising firm or even a startup, especially startup, they always tend to go for the younger chaps. Why? I don't understand.
Maybe because you think like older people think slower, then they no use.
No, I think it ties in with the idea that like fresh grads, fresh ideas. As compared to like, going to someone who has like a 20 years experience, they're probably going to churn out something, that they've done before, because they've got so much experience, they know like what works and what doesn't. It's like very tried and tested. Sometimes they're a bit afraid to step out of the box and try something else, because like with them it's like 20 years experience, I've tried like 100 methods, I know these 25 work, so let's just keep to these 25. Then with the fresh grad that comes in, you give them the same project and they think of like 20 new ideas that there's never been tried.
That has never been tried, and you don't know whether they work.
Yeah, so you don't know whether they work, it's never been tried or tested, but then it's the fresh idea. And maybe out of those 20 ideas, there are 2 or 3 that would be a great hit.
Maybe also could be the fact that they cost lesser.
They cost lesser.
Like, I mean, in terms of pay,
Yeah.
they are
You give up Cheryl, and then with her allowance, right, you get 2 secondary school students.
you see, maybe they
more
come and work
value.
for 50 per month.
Yeah.
You never know also.
Yeah.
Okay, so just now we were talking about startup, right? In the same vein, right, if you are a social media company, for example, you tend to also value youth, younger people, because they are supposed to be the digital native, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Supposed to be like Cheryl, would you say you are?
Not exactly. Maybe I would be better than someone who is her age.
Wow, she's pointing at you. Did you see that?
Someone who is her age, but I never say her, someone who is her age rather than. But I wouldn't say I'm like the best, like around my age group, Yeah. I guess it comes with the things that you do on the internet. Maybe she's searched more internet than me. I also never know. Maybe she would be better than me because it's her job, she has to like always do research on social media. Then after for a while, maybe she will get better than digital natives that are younger,
That's the thing I don't understand. So people people tend to associate youth with creativity, but this is something that I do not necessarily agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause I've seen examples. I mean, I have talked to younger folks, and I never felt that the younger I never felt that they have more creative ideas
Yeah.
than me. For example, I'm not saying that they don't have, but why is it that there's this fixation that every time they talk about, oh, let's start a innovative team, we brainstorm, but it's always the youth, the younger folks who are brought in. Which is why I feel that sometimes, like, okay, does it mean that being young equals to creative?
Actually, I don't think so. I really don't think so.
But it
Because-
seems that people give more value to
How to say that?
To you?
Because nowadays, right, the education system is so strict that younger kids are actually just drilled to just thinking that studying is a one-way track to success. You get what I mean? Like they're pushed so much to this boundary that studying equals success. So there's nothing else other than studying that can make me successful or make me happy. You know what I mean? Like, how to say? When you go to IT, for example, some people like deem that as like, oh, you're gonna die, you know, like, I mean some people, I just say some people, or something like that, or maybe like you must get to a very established like elite school to be considered as a good person or something like that, you know.
So your point is,
yeah. Well, yeah.
No, my point is that not necessarily younger people are linked, like not age doesn't link to creativity, because I feel that from my like perspective, I feel that younger people are not very creative. Like they're not, how to say, they might be creative but then they haven't like touched on like explored,
I get where you're
Yeah.
coming from, but
Yeah, I don't know how
I
to explain myself.
disagree.
Okay. Oh,
I
disagree.
feel like we tend to go to the youths when it comes to brainstorming and creativity is concerned, because right now everything that has to do with the creative process is all online, and online media is something that we, like my generation, we are more familiar with. Like people of your generation, you're probably more familiar with traditional media in that sense.
True.
You know, like print ads, posters and whatsoever. So that's like your specialty. If I wanted to put out a marketing effort with regards to that, I'd probably come to someone like you because you're more experienced in that. But if I wanted, social media like Instagram ads or Facebooks or like online videos, I'd probably go to like the younger ones, because I feel like that's the target market that I'm aiming for. And who better to approach than people that age? And they have experience as well. And they run their own Instagram accounts. Like every influencer is an entrepreneur in that sense, and they run their own Instagram pages, and I would trust them.
But why would that be creativity if they just see whatever the internet, they just copy and regurgitate everything out?
That's not true. That is not true.
Okay,
there are a lot of content
I give
creators.
value to younger content creators for their creativity. I do believe they have, but in terms of like executing it and then getting the results, I kind of think that being experienced, right, being more experienced, you can drive a campaign, for example, can drive a campaign better.
In what sense?
Okay, so we have done so many campaigns. There are certain things that we know works. We know certain things won't work. So in that sense, we are creative in that sense. We know what works, what not, and how to mesh it so that we get the best out of this campaign. So that is our creativity. If you talk about like say new content idea, probably because you guys have been you literally spend your whole life like watching YouTube videos. I could be generalizing but then so you have a lot of like ideas these days from all over the internet. So in terms of creativity, I believe that yes, that there is as a younger marketer, for example, content idea, you probably have more creativity in that sense. But then when it comes to using experience to how do I say it? You use your experience to churn out the best campaign.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
it's easier for
You
the
have to be
youth to
experienced.
brainstorm, but
You
it's
have to be
harder to
experienced.
execute
Yeah,
everything.
You have to be experienced enough. Like, I know this thing doesn't work. I know that thing probably works. So I can probably take your idea, and then, you know, there will be like tweaks to it, because an idea is an idea. If you talk about creativity, I'm sure a lot of people have creativity. But how does that translate into success for certain things? Yeah, which is why I agree when you said that you gather youngsters for brainstorming, but then actual execution, right? You still need that experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think because everyone my age or like Cheryl's age, you know, they're very creative in that sense. So they can put out like 100 fresh ideas, and probably like maybe half of them, you know, succeed and goes viral. It's a good hit, and as compared to like like older folks with more experience, they don't put out 100 fresh ideas. They put out, let's say, maybe 50, and all 50 are hits in that sense.
Having said that, it's not that I do not agree that the younger folks are more creative. I agree. I feel that everyone can be creative, but it's just that to me, it seems that people are giving more value to.
I really don't agree with that statement. Like, I don't agree that age has anything to do with creativity, and I don't think that necessarily that younger kids are more creative than older kids.
But yeah, exactly.
Kids,
but you
people.
don't you feel that people seems to give more credit to youth
for creativity?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because kids are just willing to try out more new things. The adults are just, they have a certain set of things that they know work, then they use it. The adults, that doesn't mean that adults cannot come out with this kind of thing. They just didn't do it, correct? I mean, would you be able to come up with something new and not want to try it because you already know that it might not, it has no, like there's nobody tested it out before, and therefore you would not want to use it because you already know that you have like a backload of other ideas that would work for the market, correct? Like you wouldn't create something new and expect it, like you wouldn't want to like go away from the path or something like that. That doesn't mean you're not creative. That doesn't mean you cannot come out with the same ideas that the youth can.
So age is a factor in the workplace, but on top of that, we're all women. Do you think your age plus your gender, like your gender makes everything worse?
Ooh.
In the workplace?
I think
like you're not taken as seriously as the other sex. Is that what you're trying to say? Why would that be an issue if your race is a...
It really depends on...
I mean, if your gender is a female.
who you're working for, you see.
Okay.
Like, I don't have problems with... I don't have problem with certain bosses. Whereas certain bosses, they...
Have problems with you. Who?
Pinto over like the situation
Not
here.
you. Well, I lose my job if I say who. No, but I think it really depends on what kind of boss you work for. Like, I work with female bosses who have no problem with me. I work with male bosses who have no problem with me. But there are also some bosses who kind of maybe felt threatened by me for the way I behave and the way I dress. I don't know.
Confident woman.
No, it's all fake.
Damn it.
What do you make it till you make it?
Yeah, but
still works.
It's like I just don't. They just don't know what to do with me, I guess.
Just don't know what to do with Karen.
I don't fit into a pigeonhole.
This is Karen.
I don't know
Just
what to
like,
do
do
with
whatever
you.
you
A
want.
pigeonhole, like you. This is how this person, like a brand marketing manager, should look like. For example, should behave.
Yeah.
Like, I come to work
That's true.
in jeans, in
T-shirt.
Yeah.
in t-shirt.
No, but
for
the thing is, a lot of people in this office like do that too. I see a lot of people, especially guys, who don't wear the usual.
But guys are guys.
See, yeah,
That's
then,
the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a teammate who comes
This guy, this bearded guy, I don't even know
like
who he is.
dressed in jeans, but it's okay. But for women to come dressed that way, automatically I feel that automatically you are discounted in a way.
Discounted in a way as in what? Like in what way? Discounted?
It's a perception thing. Okay, I once attended this grooming class. Okay, and then the instructor was telling us, you know, as female, right, you must know how to work your charm. You know that as a female, if you carry big bag, right, expect that men will not hold your bag for you, because since you're carrying a big bag, right, automatically they will assume that you're strong enough to carry your own bag. So
who say I want my men to carry my bag?
No, so that's
But
the thing.
that's not the point. Woman, snap out of it.
Sorry, I just got triggered by that.
Feminist over
I
here.
just got that,
And
that statement.
Let's say, for example, if you're wearing heels, wearing heels versus me wearing shoes. By the way, I wear shoes because I feel comfortable in it, and I have.
Because you're tall
You're too
enough,
tall.
No,
okay? You don't need
I have a
the
leg
height,
problem
we
as well.
get
I have a
it.
leg condition.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so
Her leg conditions that her legs are too long. We get it.
starts from here. So my leg swells if I
If
I
put
walk too
too
long,
much
or whatever,
pressure.
yeah, put too much
on
pressure.
her.
So I never like, okay lah, I don't want to kill myself wearing heels. I do wear like on special occasion, but work, you know, I just come in whatever makes me comfortable. But automatically, if you just imagine you have one lady, your coworker, dressed like in a dress, in heels, carrying a dainty bag, versus me like, you know,
What's clong, clong, clong? That is not the sound Karen makes when she walks.
boom, boom, boom. So automatically they okay, the expectation is that, okay, I don't need to really treat her like so seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like
probably
they
it's-
see you so casual like that.
Yeah, they probably also associate that with like, probably she doesn't dress up, right? That means she also don't take pride
care.
in her work lah. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, yeah. She doesn't take pride in how she looks, so she doesn't take pride in how she works. I don't know.
I mean, in a sense,
But
we
guys
are
get
all-
away with it. Guys can get away with it.
Guys get away with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I have to admit that I think I am guilty of the stereotyping with regards to age and gender. For example, with interns, right? I usually wouldn't trust them to do like filming for me. Like they can help out with the filming, they can help do sound or whatsoever. But if it was like videography, I probably wouldn't trust them. But if it was a guy intern, if Cheryl became like Clement, you know, suddenly for like a day,
that's the name of my
would be
friend,
a
eh.
little bit more inclined to like let her try. You know, I give her the camera, I'm like, hey, why don't you try filming
What's
these
the
two
issue?
scenes for me first? No, because personally, I've had very bad experiences with female videographers. I really have had, and I have to say I haven't worked with many. It's just that the handful I've worked with, and they were all students or like friends, classmates. They were terrible. I haven't met a single good female videographer, you know, from my classmates or whatsoever. I'm not talking about like working professionals, you know.
Don't be sad.
That's like a completely different thing because I don't work with them per se. I'm just on camera and they're working it, so I can't really judge. You know, but when I'm working with them on a project whatsoever, these are my classmates. Like I generally cannot take the girls when you work the camera. I prefer the boys. So I might be completely wrong. I'm pretty sure there are girl videographers out there. I don't know because I've never seen your videography
that's
work.
true.
You know, you might be really good, and I'm sure there are a lot of girls out there who are good at
I've
it. It's
never
just
tried.
personally, I've worked with girls who are shit, and I've worked with guys who are very good.
So you just haven't met a shitty guy yet, I can show you a few.
Okay. No, but I have to say that I don't think I'm very good with videography as well. Like, I know how to plan my shots, but when I hold the camera, right, after like 5 seconds, like, it becomes very shaky, you know, it's like, guys, I need to tap out. Where's the
Or it's
tripod?
because of like how like strength issues or something.
I think it's a mixture of everything, and like the girls that I work with, right, when they want to plan shots, right, when I tell them, okay, let's shoot something, they like take 10 minutes to plan. Okay, so first, right, we need to plan this one. Then after that, maybe we move it. No, let's like move it here. Then we zoom out here. No, we pan. You know, they like to plan everything out.
Guys,
But
they
the
just
guys, it's
try
you know what? Let's just
straight.
go execute it. You know,
Like,
so
you
like.
see, take many different shots. Yeah, actually, that's quite
so
true.
like a 1 hour shoot, right?
That's
With
really
girls,
quite
it
true.
can be a 3 hour shoot, you know? And I get so exasperated. I'm like, just give me all the shots. Don't have to talk, just do it.
I
you know?
agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I work with a group of girls, right, they plan everything out first. But then with guys, right, okay, we just take a lot of shots and we see which one works.
Exactly. Yeah, and to
Yeah.
me, that is good. So
more efficient lah. I feel.
So I'm guilty of the whole gender thing.
Actually, but we play a part in, you know, contributing to that stereotype. So.
But I admit I'm bad at videography. So,
I haven't tried.
You know, all the girls that suck, I'm with y'all.
I haven't tried, so you know. Still have hope.
For example, right, Karen and Diogo, they are your, you know, like supervisors in that sense.
Yes.
And you know, the age and the gender difference. Like, do you go to each of them specifically for different stuff, or if you had one issue, you just go to both of them?
We have a WhatsApp chat group. I just put inside that WhatsApp chat group. Whichever want to reply me, then reply me.
You will go take her.
That's.
So like in your mind, there isn't anything like, for example, when you're editing and you face some problems, who do you go to?
Diogo, because that's because he knows that and she doesn't study that. Diogo specializes in like all the editing, all the camera work, all the production shit. But then I go to her more for the. Hi Karen.
I'm the mother hand.
Yeah,
they are
like,
the mother hand. So age also plays a part.
I guess so.
Why did you make her the mother hen? Was she like, is she more caring than Diogo?
Yes, definitely.
Do you hear that?
She's
You
nodding
should
off
be so
camera.
ashamed.
I mean, it's
Diogo's
true.
like, just leave you there. If you die, you die.
Diego just doesn't care when he's
I even mother him. Yeah.
because he's small boy, according to him. Her.
Oh, okay.
Called me a
I
hen.
say her. Sorry, nothing happened.
明天你就知道
I don't come for work tomorrow. Tomorrow I sick. I think I sick tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, right, you actually come to think of it, okay, you as a creator under our network, right, you also tend to gravitate towards, it's the same thing, you go for like, okay, if you need technical help, you go to Diogo.
Yes.
But if you, were you ever like, before you really know me well, right, you would also, would you come and talk to me, ask me for advice, if you see that, you know? 'Cause I think you didn't realize that I was this age, right?
No. I actually thought Diogo was
thought you-
older than you.
It's not hard to.
You know why?
Think,
Because his
right?
face is old and wrinkly. You know.
And then one day he came with his like entire like beard
Clean
like
shaven.
shaved off, and I was like,
Who's
that's a
this
baby.
young boy?
This 14-year-old
Child.
this teenager.
This child.
in my room.
So automatically, right? Then how does that affect like you coming to me for advice?
I think at the start, when I didn't know both of you very well, whenever I had a question, like what Cheryl, I just put in the group
WhatsApp
chat,
group, right?
and then whoever replies.
Usually Karen replies first. You know, just saying.
Yeah, and then you know, like like yesterday, I had a question about an audition that I have, and I posted the question in the group chat, and then Diogo was like constructive comments, you know, like, oh, you can do this, check this out, and this was like, wow, I just zoned out in the moment I read the first line, that's it, haha, you know, like those were the comments.
I just ended up.
Wow, how nice, Karen.
This is also mothering you, right?
Yeah.
Good luck. I encourage you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess in a sense that you can say that females are more caring, in a way, like more motherly lah compared to guys.
Are they really more caring, or are they expected to be more caring?
No, like generally, from what I have experienced, usually like older female mentors that I have, or older female like people that I work with, they are more caring. Whereas the guys are just like, oh, hello, okay, bye. That kind of
Okay,
thing.
wait, but there is a difference, yeah. I have met like okay, when I was an intern, right, with
How long ago was that?
Wow.
I have
30
to like dig back, you know.
last year lah.
Wow.
in the
No,
1930s.
I remember when I was interning for a local bank, right, there was this.
Which bank?
Cannot say.
No, I can say,
can
but
say.
it no longer exists.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so there's this local bank.
OUB, yeah.
And no.
UOB.
Have you heard
You'll
of-
be still around lah, yo.
That was OUB.
Oh, that's why it's not around anymore, right?
Okay, that's not the point. The point is that I work under this lady, right? She is not married.
Oh.
She is of a certain age. I think she's like 50-something years old.
And she was very mean to you.
I think she is mean to everyone. like she is a managing director, so everyone calls her MD, right? But my colleague would tell me like, well, this one you must be careful, she's a mad dog.
MD.
Yeah. So, I would be very scared of her. She's of a certain age. She's older lah, but I never felt that she's a motherly
figure.
Yeah.
But
in fact,
like,
I was really scared of her.
That is like one out of how many other women that you have met before?
No, but I have to say that I have met
Female
very,
bosses.
very caring male like superiors in that sense. Like when I'm hosting, I hosted this
How old are
event
they?
once. They're like maybe 50s or something, and they're not like sexual predators or something. They're not out to get me, you know. And
Did
it
I
was,
ask you to climb the ladder?
no. They're just very nice. They engaged me for this guy engaged me for an MCing gig. It was like over 3 days. And the
Wow.
first day I went, it was freezing. And this guy, very well dressed, you know, he took off his blazer immediately when he saw that I was cold. He was like, "No, you can have it the whole day." And you know, I thought, wow, that was so nice, eh. And then the rest of the girls were just like, I don't care about you. You freeze, ah.
So
And I had the blazer, you know, I was very nice. Yeah, but you know, like I have come across very caring male superiors.
Okay. I guess I haven't, not old enough to experience that, I guess.
Diogo, you have to be more caring.
He can't. He cannot. He's no capacity to care.
I think it's a guy's thing.
Most,
it?
I feel like it's really
No,
most
I-
guys that they have this attitude of like, oh, okay, if you cannot do, then don't do. If you can do, then you do. You good. I don't know. More of like a, I don't care whether you do well or not. You do work, you go home. Okay.
Okay, you know, it's from my experience, right? Asian men, like they practice tough love, but in actual fact, they are more sensitive and more emotional than women. It really is from my personal experience. I strongly believe that every guy I've dated, right, they cry before I do, and yeah, and they like to cry during arguments. Right, I'm so mad, and I'm just like, okay lah, you cry lah, you win lah, like whatever you want, lah. That kind of thing. And they're so sensitive, and they're crazy, and then they get jealous easily. Like,
Actually, yeah, that's true.
But then they like to pretend like, oh, I'm very tough, you know, like, you know. So I honestly think it's just an Asian guy thing.
Asian guy.
My experience with like male bosses, right, is okay when I was 20. Okay, let's say I'm the same age as you, right?
I'm
20.
19.
Male bosses tend to be like, okay, because she's the 小妹妹. That's why I said that they are more forgiving. That they will give you the best things. Really like the best thing. Oh, okay lah. She doesn't know this, then somebody else do for her. Yeah. But when you reach a certain when you reach a certain age, right, the boss, maybe another boss, but still male bosses, they then start to you will see the difference in the way they treat you is like when you're of a certain age, right, and you start to have like mood swings, for example.
PMS. Oh,
For
menopause.
example, I tell you, the guys cannot. The male bosses. Did she say menopause? Okay, I was like 10 years too late. Okay, but it's like
Wheezing.
older women. I find that we have. Okay, I'm beginning to experience it increasingly.
Menopause?
So, no lah.
Oh,
so it's
sorry.
like mood swings. And I realize that male bosses, right, when they have to handle younger versus an older woman, right, they just give up on the older woman.
Really?
I feel that they really have difficulty handling women of a certain age.
To them,
My-
it's
my
like, you're
male
so
bosses.
old already, you should be able to take care of your shit. No, is it kind of
No,
mentality?
it's like, ooh.
Huh? They look at you go, ugh.
No, like, it's like, I better not get into that shit with this woman, man. It's like,
Right.
you know what I'm trying to say? Like, they know that you are in some emotional black hole.
Right.
And
Menopause.
they don't want to like go near that black hole.
But as compared to like a 19, 20
yeah,
year
then
old,
they will like come
they will
to
throw
you,
the
like,
work
you okay?
in.
Like, you okay? Come, let's go and eat.
oh really?
It's easier for that's also a difference like in the
Okay.
way they treat like the younger girls or an older woman.
Right.
Yeah, at least that is my experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then okay, let me pose you a question. Let's not talk about like the older one. Let's talk about the younger one. If Cheryl was Clement, would you be less forgiving of her
Clement like a
mistakes?
bit weird lah. Clement like
As
my
in,
friend.
as in,
Because you say that people are more tolerant towards the females, right? So like, if Cheryl like fucked up something, you'd be like, no, it's okay lah, never mind, just try again. But if Cheryl was like Clement and like
Okay,
Clement fucked up,
for me
would you
personally,
say
yeah.
like it's okay?
for me personally, if you're young, I'm more forgiving, be it male or female. But then I also have to admit that if it's a male, right, I would be slightly more stringent with the male.
Why?
My thinking is that there is to be a certain like, okay, I'm a very traditional
Right.
woman. To me, guys should have a certain like level of responsibility.
Come to the guys my age, man. Oh my god.
No, that's why.
Which guy disappointed you so much? What did they do? Did they knock you up? Like, which guy is not responsible to you? Cheryl!
没有 ，OK， 没有。
It's not that I don't expect from the girls as well, but for guys especially, like my male intern and my female intern, I would tend to be more forgiving towards the female.
Because you have a higher sort of expectation, a higher level expectation.
It's just the thinking that, you know, guys should be more responsible. I don't know. Not that the girl cannot be responsible lah, but then it's so typical, like, you know, girls tend to be more manja. Okay, soft lah, okay lah, let you be, I don't be too
Like
hard
more
on you.
pitiful,
But for guy,
is
right,
it?
like, okay, obviously, like in this show, for example, before you set this whole thing up, if you have a guy intern and a female intern, right, the male intern will have to carry everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it has. I think it is very task dependent, in the sense that if it was, for example, a marketing proposal, if the guy fucked up, I would be more forgiving. If the girl fucked up, I would be like, how could you mess this up? You know, you're supposed to be more detail oriented in that sense. You know, it plays with the stereotypes, right? And then it becomes, for example, editing. If the guy fucks up, like, you know, how can you fuck that up? Or like production. In, you know, if compared to a Cheryl fucked it up, like, no, it's okay. You know, you're still learning. I think I would be more forgiving towards it. So it's very like task dependent in that sense. Yeah. So we do stereotype. I do stereotype. I'm a terrible person.
I think we all
we
lah.
do it unknowingly, I guess, because
Yeah.
it's what we grew up with. I feel like around us when like older people put their beliefs on you, then they like kind of repeats the cycle, you know. I guess so. Or that's what I like to think.
Yeah, I was raised that way. Like my brothers were very hands-on. They did all like the tough work, and I was just like the girl. Like, you know, I'm like there to mediate if they quarrel or whatsoever. So like, you know,
I'm
you
like
grew
the
up with
opposite.
Huh?
So
you have a brother?
yeah, my brother. My brother is the opposite as well. Yeah, he's more a bit like kunyang. Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, very weird.
But you're the oldest child.
No, I'm the middle child.
Okay, then
So
it's
she's
all
weird.
it's all weird.
She's
No,
weird.
yeah, it's all weird.
It's the middle child syndrome.
Why is there a middle child syndrome?
I have middle child syndrome.
What? You are middle child?
I'm the middle child. Yeah.
I kind of am middle child as well.
Yeah, I need attention.
Actually don't want attention.
Yeah, okay, then you don't have middle child syndrome. Middle child syndrome, like, because they are often neglected, because they're middle,
I
right?
am. But then
so then they grow
whenever-
up wanting attention.
It's like whenever I want attention, whenever I get attention from my parents, it's mostly like, why your results so bad? You know, like then that like makes me like I don't want attention. But in other factors,
Not attention from your parents per se, but attention in like all, like you grow up wanting attention. For example, social media, you know, friends, your partner. You need the attention in a sense.
because of how you're brought up.
No, it's just like the middle child syndrome thing.
Yeah, but the middle child syndrome has to come from where and how you're brought up. What? You
As long
can't
as you're
suddenly
a
have
middle
like a middle child and like, yes, I have
As long
middle
as you're a
child
middle
syndrome.
child, it doesn't matter how you're brought up. You're still the middle child. You know, there's that syndrome.
Really?
You know, yeah, because the middle child, no matter what, your parents favor the first child because that's my first child, right?
Yes.
I love. Then
And
the
then the
last
last
one is
child.
because you're my baby. I love. The middle's like, yeah, you know what? Just like find your way lah. Just don't die.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Just don't die. Don't get pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah,
Why?
middle child. It's like you're not old enough to be responsible, but you're
Not young enough to
be
evade the.
cute.
Yeah.
You're just hot fuck lah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about, so we keep talking about my perspective as a younger person seeing a older person seeing a younger person, but as a younger person, how do you see like older colleagues in the workplace, for example?
They tell me do things I do.
But is there a certain resentment?
Resentment in the what do you mean?
Like I do know that there are some colleagues, let's say I have ex-colleagues who can be very, you don't ask, you just do.
Huh.
You know what I mean? So as a younger person then, I felt like you don't know everything, okay? Not that you're old means you are you know everything. So as a
I
younger
guess I
person,
haven't faced that
I have
situation.
like it's a different stage kind of thing. When I was younger, I have that experience as well lah. That I would listen to their advice, but then in a certain way, if it comes out as the older person trying to impose their ideas on me, I wouldn't like it also. Yeah.
I have had 2 internships in my entire life. The
yes,
first one was in my poly, which I absolutely loved. They were very nice people. The second one I sought out myself in university, and when I wrote into them, I told them that I had to take a week off out of the 10 weeks that I'm applying. So way before they even like said yes, I said, by the way, just let you know, the 10 weeks that I'm available, I have to take 1 week off because I had a whole week of hosting. And they agreed. They said, okay, it's fine, come on board. We still want you. I said, okay. Then I started internship. But I felt like because I was an intern, my supervisor didn't take me seriously. She gave me like the lamest things to do, like take all these magazines and like mail them out. So basically just take them back, put in a sleeve, and then like put them out at the receptionist so that the courier can pick them up.
Because
like,
you're young, you should do all this.
Yeah, and then I started planning the company D&D. That was what I did for my internship. I planned the D&D. I worked at like a publishing company and I planned the D&D. That's what I took away from my internship, planning a D&D, which to me was like complete nonsense. And when I had 2 weeks left to the internship, I had another hosting gig, and that one was paying me quite a bit. I was earning about, I would say, twice the amount that I make a month using with the internship. So it was quite a lot for like half a day's gig. And so I asked my supervisor, I said, is it possible for me to take 2 days off? Monday for the rehearsal, Tuesday for the gig. And she just said no. And I was like, okay. So I sat down, I talked to my mom about it. My mom said, it's really up to you. If the hosting is your passion, you really want to do it, it's a good opportunity, and she doesn't want to let you take off, then you quit your internship. Or if not, you give up this hosting job, you carry on your internship. You only have 2 weeks left anyway. So I decided to quit because hosting was my priority, my passion. So I went to my supervisor and I told her I want to quit. And she got so mad at me, she just stood up. She's like, follow me. And then she like went to the pantry, started washing a cup and everything. It was like 6:30. And she went on 10 minutes, just completely scolding me and berating me. She was like, do you know that when you applied, we actually had another intern who applied also, and she was able to commit like the full 10 weeks, but we still picked you, okay, because you emailed us first. We could have just like cancelled you, but we didn't because we are like nice people. And then she went on and on. And I was just like, dude, I just want 2 days off. You won't even let me, And then she went on and on. She just started scolding me like crazy. And then after that, she went back to her table and I was like, okay, I guess this is it. And I still had some work to do. I said, I'll finish it, then I'll leave. She came up to me, she was like, okay, just like turn off. I was like, oh, okay. So I turned off the entire computer. And the moment I turned it off, she was like, why you turn off? I was like, you said turn off. She said, no, I meant like turn off all your programs. I was like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? So
Old people lingo.
So I had to start the entire computer again. Then she just wanted to lock me out immediately without me clearing all my stuff on the computer. And she just said, just clear the table and go. So that was my terrible internship program.
Maybe she felt that you don't have that sense of responsibility.
But like
then she discount you.
Like from the moment I was there, I was like respectful. I did everything that I was asked to do. But it's just, I felt like she didn't give me anything important to do. And I was there as an NUS like a student, I just finished my first year. I'm from NUS and I apply and like come on, give me something like meaningful to do. I'm not like a delinquent or something like I think like.
But you had it better than me already. During my internship, right, they made me and another intern right sort out vouchers in different carton boxes like seriously.
For the whole 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Ha!
That's why we hated her so much. It's like, and at the point in time, right, us having all the aspiration, I want to work in a bank.
Yeah.
That totally killed my passion. It's like, seriously, this is not what I thought like working in a bank should be.
Yeah.
Like, why do you want me to sort out vouchers in different carton boxes? Like, okay, label A, letter B.
Yeah.
It's really manual work.
Yeah.
But then again, you think about it, right? Is it them trying to, okay, they could be making use of cheap labor lah.
Oh yeah lah.
Or they could be trying to train you.
Train me to be what? A coffee boy? Yeah.
I am, okay, one thing I will never do is I will not ask my intern to run errands like buy coffee for me. Did I? No, right? Okay.
Maybe.
Not me, this is not me. But I would, let's say in the past, for example, we have like newspaper cutting when we have like print ads, right?
Oh yeah.
So
What
as
are
an assistant or
newspapers?
intern, right, there's a certain like, it's like a hierarchy system. Like
Right,
when you
right.
start off young, fresh grad or whatever, right? It really is.
You come in
like
at 5 a.m., 6
expectation.
a.m., you cut
You
them
come
all.
in, then you
Yeah.
have to go and flip through the paper, you have to go and cut or whatever. So when I was that age, right, I did it without complaint. Like to me, this is like part of the training. Yeah, but if I were to ask someone now, the younger folks, to do that, they will look at me like, "What, this dinosaur? Like, why do we even need to
Right.
do this?"
What are
Yeah.
newspapers?
Yeah, like to them, they don't see that it's a character training kind of thing.
It's character training.
I think it's character training in a way. I do feel that it is character training because there's a certain discipline. You come
It's
in
like doing housework.
something like that. That's why I'm saying I'm very traditional.
Right.
Like there's a certain protocol.
Right.
There's a certain like routine that you respect. It's like a discipline. You come in to work. Let's say, for example, as a marketer, you have a certain there's a certain expectation for you to at least know what the very bare minimum, like print ad. You need to know your competitors, for example, who actually advertise what, when, and where. So it really helps. But then at that point in time, probably because now it's such a manual work, right? Not many people would appreciate. Yeah, especially now that there is like dashboard that you actually like collate all these newspaper, print out, whatever. You don't need that. But then I think, at least during my era, there's a certain protocol that I feel that as a young person starting out, you should respect. Yeah.
I agree with that. I just feel like a lot of, a number of supervisors treat interns like PAs, which is what I'm not happy with.
I don't like that as well.
Yeah, because like it's like the whole like help me get coffee, help me photocopy this. I'm not your PA.
Because it's not value adding.
Yeah, I'm here as an intern. Like if you want me to do like the newspaper thing, right? Like read through and then like see where my clients' ads
least
are all.
there's value
Yeah,
added.
because that is part of the job. That's something that I have to do if next time I get a full-time job in this, I would do it. But if you say like it's just basically just sit there for character training, it doesn't really add value. I think might as well just make me sit there and crochet or knit or something lah. At least I have something that comes
Knit
out
a
at the
scarf.
end. Yeah.
But that's the thing, you see, now compare me then versus like another young kid now. I would ask them, can you do this like newspaper cutting? If they say, what should I do? Okay lor, never mind lor, you don't do. Like I find that kids these days, they are more outspoken.
Yes.
Like they will challenge authority. Like I wouldn't like during my internship day, right? My boss is like, okay, my boss tell me you have to come back by what time, right? Okay, I will come back at least half an hour before.
Wow, no, that would be
You know,
extreme
half an
lah.
hour.
Walao.
Okay,
I
maybe
come on
cheated a
time.
bit.
Crazy.
Yeah, but nowadays you have like people asking you, why do I have to do this?
Yeah.
But do I have to explain to you why you have to
Yes,
do
yeah.
that? Like, okay, if I'm free, I will explain to you. I'll sit you down, we'll have coffee. Like I explain to you lah. But which is why in a real working environment, right, you don't have that luxury, and it's something that the younger generation probably will have to learn fast. Yeah.
No, I think it's something that a lot of people face. Like, for example, my mom, she like has some like interns, or sometimes she has to hire like a PA or some interns, and then she comes across like really young people, like NUS, NTU students or graduates and whatsoever. And I think she tells me like sometimes some of them, they have been brought up very differently in the sense that they like to challenge and stand up for themselves, and like for pay, right? They like to demand something that's a bit unreasonable, that kind of stuff. Like she said, there's a very big difference between like people her age, like how they were brought up to go into the workplace, as to like how people our age are brought up.
I feel like maybe not all people, because I was brought up in a very strict family. Like I was taught to not challenge authority. Like anything my dad or parents ask me to do, I will have to do it like without like talking back. Like we were brought up in a sense that this one correct, this one wrong, you do the correct one, you don't do the wrong one, you don't ask why, you don't question my authority on how I discipline you.
It's not so much of you not challenging the authority or accepting things as it is, but I think for example, as a fresh grad, during my time when we came out to work, right, whatever the company offers, you can judge for yourself whether you're comfortable with the pay. That's one thing. So when you accept the job, it is with the thinking that because it's my first job, for example, I need experience, so I don't mind as long as it's not, I don't have to starve to death with that pay. I don't mind. But I think increasingly now I'm seeing a lot of like youngsters, right, coming to interviews, and the first thing they ask is, how much are you paying me? And,
You're right.
And
What are
if
my
they have a
future
certain
job prospects?
what are your career plans?
What
for
can
me?
your company
What
do for
your-
me?
Yeah, what can your company
rather
do
than what
for
can
me?
I do for your
Correct.
company?
So that is the
Wow.
thing that I really cannot accept.
Yes,
Yeah.
What the heck?
So,
I also cannot say.
last time our thinking is that what can I offer to the company first? Like I prove myself, then company pays me. Then our expectation is I prove myself, company will pay me. But now is you pay me, then I will show you
What I can do.
what I can do.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's not proven.
What do you mean?
But I think a lot
It's
of
not
people
proven
share
yet,
that same mindset. Like, okay, when I did my graduate photo shoot, right? So it went viral, and then there were a lot of divided comments. There were people who were scolding me. This woman, she got so much time to do photo shoots. She no time to look for a job, is it? If she used all this time to go look for a job, she would have a job by now. Why do this kind of photo shoot? And there are other people who...
Oh, is it? You take like 3 hours to find a job only, is it?
Yeah, stuff like that. And then people will be like, wow, she can afford to go drinking. She can wear a Patek Philippe watch. I wasn't even wearing a Patek Philippe watch. She can wear Patek Philippe watch. She's so rich. Don't bluff lah, you know. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? You know, and then it started the whole like unemployment thing. And it made me realize that when I was looking, I didn't apply lah, but I was just looking at all the jobs available. A lot of them wanted graduates with, you know, work experience. But the thing is, we are fresh grads. We don't have the experience. Then you don't want to hire us. Then because you don't hire us, we don't have the experience.
You want fresh
it's a
grads
vicious
with
cycle.
10 years of
Something like that, right? Yeah.
Who would say that? Fresh grad with experience, are they mad?
No, they wouldn't say like fresh grads. They would like, you know, they would. It's like every job out there, they just want someone with experience. No one wants a fresh grad. They all want people with experience.
That's why we have internships, I feel. That's why.
But internship doesn't count as experience. You cannot say, yeah, my experience is 6 months, 10 weeks at MediaCorp, 10 weeks at SPH. Then be like, that doesn't count. You're an intern. An intern is basically PA lah, right?
That's not true. I'm not doing PA stuff here.
Not yet lah. Later you get me coffee. No, I'm kidding.
Tomorrow you buy me something. No, buy me
I scoop you the water on the toilet, not coffee.
Wow, that works.
Later wash.
Yeah.
Not in all interns, honestly. I think I just got lucky, I guess.
Yeah, I think you got very lucky with this
really
internship.
Because I have this other friend who is working in another company. She's doing totally nothing related to the course. She's like watching videos, helping them to like comment on like how the videos are and whether to buy them or not, or like just look through Excel sheets. Like just like the supervisor just give like my friend work just to pass her time, just to sit there and pass time only.
Is she enjoying that?
She's not. She really wants to do work. Like you go internship, obviously is to get experience. Right? You can't just go to an internship expecting to come out with like, oh yes, I can make coffee. Like you can make your exact order. You know what I mean?
I know how to foam the milk.
Yeah,
now.
I know how to make like the milk extra foamy. You know.
You want
some
latte
shit.
or cappuccino? I know the difference now.
Yeah,
Training you
sure.
to be a barista, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Like you go to internship not to like work as a barista. You're going there to gain experience, right? So I guess that also might have contributed to the fact that more younger kids are expecting more from like what the company can do for them instead, because in the future they plan like, oh, maybe other companies like they need experience but they need real experience, so they want like they want to get as much out from the company that they're currently working in to go to another like higher paying job. something like that.
Okay, you see your peers in poly, for example, you graduate and then you get a job with this company, and then another guy who has just completed his NS comes in with the same experience as you, but they're automatically earning more than you.
He's earning more than me?
Yeah. Because like guys, at least in Singapore, right, if you complete NS, right, you get more pay.
Wait, seriously?
Really?
That's a...
You didn't know?
No.
Oh.
You didn't know?
I didn't know about that.
I feel like females should have like a female NS kind of thing, but our national service should be like SIA. So after we graduate, right, then we have to serve 2 years in SIA as stewardesses. I feel like that's fair. Then guys cannot complain anymore. You go with army, then I go SIA.
This one really did see one.
No, what?
my mind,
Don't you think it makes sense? Then after I finish my 2 years of NS, it's national service too. I serve my nation in the air.
Chicken, fish,
Chicken and fish, sir. Like coffee, tea. Would you like apple juice? I'm so sorry, sir. We're out of fish. Is chicken okay?
Okay, I think that's another topic for another day. But then, I do. When I was 19, I have this thinking also because I resent my guy friends, right, for earning more when we already we have a 2 year head start, but they come out automatically. They earn more than me, so I was resentful towards them lah. But they will tell me that, hey, I contributed 2 years of my life in NS leh. So in my mind I was like, okay lor, then why don't the government make full use of the workforce? Like you get girls to enroll as nurses lah. I don't know.
Not nurses lah,
Stewardesses, medic or whatever.
No,
at least you are contributing. It's not that we cannot contribute, but the government probably felt that we're better off
make us
supporting the
contribute.
economy lah.
SIA.
So you talk about SIA girls, right? You think that when you're young, you want to be a SIA girl, right?
Yeah.
But when you're older, right? Okay, when I see like older SIA girls, women, I tend to think like, wow, actually they look very jaded, oh.
Really?
I don't know.
I mean, SIA, you're expected to put like a full face of makeup every day. And then,
Not
like,
every day lah, when you fly.
I mean, like when you fly lah, but I mean like you're expected to have this like more. I don't know how to explain myself.
So do the pilots. No different.
Really?
Of course, you cannot have an unshaven face, or if you have.
No, okay, but if you talk about pilot, right? If a pilot, CI is very practical. A pilot can be old. He's still engaged. He can still be hired by another company when he reaches a certain. Okay, let's say he's 50 years old. He decides to quit this company, and then another company will hire him for his expertise, even if he's older. But for a stewardess, for example, you are 20-something, yeah, okay, like you can switch. But the moment you hit like 40 years old, you know what I mean?
No, but then because like stewardesses have always been like marketed as like the pretty young things, you know?
Right, but so age does plays a part lah in this case.
I mean,
Yeah, age and definitely like your looks
but it's not like they will hire.
But they are more experienced, ma. They know how to handle difficult customer.
Yeah, well, then
They know how to.
No, they
can-
switched to other like Kathy. I heard very very nice to the older ones.
I have seen like really old
Wow.
ones. Yeah, but
In SIA?
No, not SIA. SIA is one of the few, I think, airlines they really go for younger.
I would like to see a
younger-
plus-sized SIA
I
stewardess.
I have seen before.
I have never
Plus
seen, but I
size
want
in
to.
other airline, but they always give me a feeling that they're very zai.
Really?
Yeah. It's like you cannot mess with them. They will escort you to probably handcuff you.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. You ever seen those like I think
I've seen on SIA before.
United Air?
No,
yeah.
you
I
see
have,
plus size ah?
Have.
They have a weight limit.
Have.
No way.
SIA.
When I went for the interview for it, right, I had a friend who went for it. I don't think she was plus size. I don't even think she was fat. But when we got to the final round, you know, the lady took her aside. She was like, "Oh, you have to start losing weight, ah." And I was like, "What? She's not fat, eh." Honestly, she looked very average to me. Like, why did she have to lose weight? Yeah, but you know.
SIA.
But I've
SIA.
seen a
Because
plus
they
size.
cannot get customized kebaya.
The shit. No, but I have like personally seen a plus size SIA
I have never
as stewardess before.
I've never seen, but I want to see. I want SIA start hiring plus-sized stewardesses. I honestly think it's great. I want to see them.
Like when they serve national service, then they have to no choice. What?
Yeah, you know, then like BMT also like got different kinds, right? The overweight got the overweight BMT, right? They go for extra few months. Then got the commando ones where like you automatically graduate and
like
start
with the
purple kebaya or like the green one. I don't know what color, red.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Wow, I would totally sign on.
You can eat all you want.
Yeah, right?
And then you become the plus size.
I can travel the world. I can be fit.
Okay, but at least in this case, I do feel that there is a certain age discrimination. I don't know.
I mean, because
What do you think?
With like being an air stewardess.
Yeah.
no,
In certain jobs, there is a discrimination towards
like with the service
older age
industry, I feel that
women.
because what? No, I feel that even in like especially SIA, they will stop, like they will like fire you, not fire you lah, but they won't like encourage people who are older to go and work there because you are working like service mah. What if you like you get too tired or something? You know what I mean?
I don't think that's their concern. SIA is not going to be like, oh, what a poor thing. She's old. She might get tired on this flight. Let's not have her anymore.
No,
I
it's
don't
like
think
the
that's their
service
thinking.
quality will go down, like not as fast, not as responsive. You know?
No, but then isn't it supposed to be like I'm more experienced? I know how to handle customers.
Then
I
you
know
can just walk
if-
on the ground and be a mentor.
I think that's what a lot of them do. Like they are trainers, they become trainers. But that is age discrimination.
Can I
right?
be an SIA stewardess for like a day? Do you think
I
you
don't
want to
know
hire
leh.
me? Like fly me to New York or something. Put me on like a 14-hour flight. I think I'll be great as an air stewardess. Sorry sir, we don't serve peanuts anymore. Can I interest you in some crackers?
Crackers? Oh my god.
I honestly think that is discrimination. Age discrimination.
But it's a proven fact that older people are slower than younger people. Like, I mean,
I
like.
think I'm more agile than you.
Oh, sure, come.
I'm out of this.
Fight
I'm
me.
out of this.
Not just you as an actress, you know, even as a marketer, it's the same. It's like I'm at this age, right? If I still don't break through my career, whatever peak, I'm destined to stay this
With
way
Diogo.
all the way.
Oh, you can
Yeah.
stay with Diogo.
With Diogo, that's fine. It looks nice.
Oh, it's a happy family.
You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, when you're young, you can still, you know, work your way up. But now at my this half fuck age, it's really half fuck.
Neither here
Like
nor
you're
there.
neither here nor
Yeah.
there. You're not too young, no, but you're not that experienced.
Yeah.
No, not experienced. Not that old.
Consoling yourself.
Not that old.
No.
I still have 20 over years. Okay.
Let's just join SIA together.
Cannot already, she cannot go S already. Too
Why?
old,
She'll
too
just
old.
start off with like the purple kebaya.
Too old already. Purple kabaya also
We
cannot.
immediately promote her like the red kebaya or something.
Yeah.
Don't know, I feel I cannot contribute much because I haven't really experienced a lot of things at my age. So
But you have a voice, what?
I
Your
just
young
sit and
voice.
listen. You know, my voice is just okay. Or y'all say if this is the kind of experience you're like contributing for like my future, then okay, I'll just sit and listen. I got nothing to like contribute much, I guess.
Why would you say that?
It's like
See, would
you're
you
bashing
hear
yourself
a guy say that?
You're bashing
A guy?
yourself up.
Yeah, would you hear a guy say that? I have nothing much to contribute and everything.
Just because you're young means you don't have a voice?
no, I mean
Or you
like
cannot contribute much?
like the kind of things you're talking about. I don't have experience in. Like I've never experienced like what you guys are talking about. So like I feel that it's just a learning experience for me. I just listen, sit and listen, take in all the stories, you know. Yeah. So it's not like I'm bashing myself out or what. It's just I really just don't have the experience to say anything much.
But do you feel resentful when we ask you to do certain things that you don't want to do?
I mean, if I was someone else that was brought up in a different way, maybe. But I was really brought up in like a really strict family. So like, whatever you ask me to do, I'm okay.
Okay, She's going to eat
So it
shit
just
later.
means that, yeah, there are some things she's not really happy with. It's just that she's been taught to like keep quiet and just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are those things?
What, in here?
Yeah.
No, don't have. Here don't have, really don't have.
If you say so.
Really don't have? Why are you looking at me like that?
Tomorrow we'll continue the conversation.
If my supervisor has a problem with me and he or she talks to me about it, chances are I would cry. I would just cry.
Huh?
I just
yeah.
cannot take it. I cry a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Oh God, yeah. I would just cry.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's the woman
Maybe so
thing.
that is an act of weakness.
But I cry. Yeah, I cry for everything. To me, it's not like weakness. I just cry. When I'm angry and I'm shouting, I just cry as well.
If I'm touched, I cry. If I'm angry, I cry.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated, I cry.
Yes.
But it's not so much of us trying to use this as an emotional blackmail kind of thing.
No, it's not. I
But
can't
like I
help
said,
it. My
right?
tear ducts are just wired like that.
But a male boss see this automatically. I don't want to go down that
Yeah.
rabbit hole. You just cry.
Yeah.
You just cry. I'll come back to you when you're done crying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I personally feel I personally have experience lah. Like I walk into a room, like I don't get the like I can be in a room and my boss totally disregards me.
Mm.
It makes me feel as if like I don't exist. Is it because I'm a female? Like
Who would even
let's say for example, I have a teammate who is a guy.
Mhm.
So we walk into the room and my boss would somehow talk to him more than me.
Mhm.
He doesn't even recognize like my presence.
Mhm.
I don't know whether it's because I'm a woman or what. I'm not so sure. But then, it makes me feel like I'm lesser.
Yeah. Yeah. I get
And
that.
I think some guys are guilty of that. It could be that they really don't like talking to women. They think that we are more inferior, or it could be that I don't know. My appearance make him feel threatened that he doesn't want to entertain me.
Or maybe you're just very soft-spoken and you just don't say anything during the meeting, therefore he doesn't notice you.
No. Okay, that is a possibility, but I wouldn't put. I wouldn't put like money on that.
Soft spoken. What
It-
if I just go inside and I haven't even spoken a word, but you're just
It-
being discounted?
Yeah, no, it's happened to me before. There was one time I was being engaged to host, I think a 3D event at Marina Barrage. Is it? No, the one, the weird
Marina
trees.
Bay.
No.
Garden by the Bay.
Garden by the Bay.
Gardens by the Bay. So I was engaged by a company that was working with two companies basically working together, and I was being paid a lot for this job. I was being approached as a professional MC who got my contacts from someone else that I hosted for before, and when I got there, they told me, oh, by the way, we have like this intern of sorts. He's just starting out. This is his first gig. He's never really interned, but we want him to learn, you know. So like we want him to be a co-host. So I sat him down and I was like, okay, let's just run the script together. You know, these are the pointers and everything. And I was guiding him. And then one of the higher ups from the company came, and this was like the CEO or something. You know, this big old guy comes in, and he looks at two of us. You know, and the guy said, oh, these are our hosts. Completely ignores me. Goes to the guy, oh hi, you know, what's your name? You know, oh, nice job. Who's the one next to you? And then I'm just like, oh, I'm the MC as well. I'm Elizabeth. Nice to meet you. Then he, okay, doesn't even shake my hand. Okay, that's it. He just walks off.
Strange, right?
And to me, I was like, excuse me, I'm the professional MC and I'm mentoring your intern, and you don't even give me the basic decency to
Because
like
you're a
shake my
woman.
hand.
Because
Yeah,
you're a woman.
I was like,
It
why?
feels that way,
why?
lah.
Yeah, and you know that male intern was so bad at MCing. You know,
Or maybe he's threatened by you because, okay, too pretty.
I have no idea, but
Or maybe
I
he
felt
just-
so insulted at that point in time.
Okay. I don't know, I just don't see that as an insult. At least
I
he's-
get that a lot.
like he
'cause
said hi to you, then like okay lor. He
How
like,
can you not see it as an
it
insult?
just feels like he too tai-sai to touch your hand or something. You know.
No, that was like blatant disrespect.
Why would he be tai-sai to touch the guy's hand?
Like
and not
he
your
already
hand?
shake one of the fella's hand already. He's like, oh okay, like I know your name already. Okay, thanks.
No,
bye."
it's
So
basic
inherently,
respect.
he's just oh, the moment I see you, the first guy I saw.
Yeah,
So it's still a
you
guy
don't do
thing,
that.
Female, male. I feel it all the time that let's say if I'm with my teammate, right?
Mm-hmm.
we go to any meetings, right? Somehow automatically people will, oh yeah, like assumes that he's the boss.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's very
Okay.
strange. I don't know how to explain,
Okay.
Okay, next time you enter the room first before the guy.
but then they'll say, "Where's your? Yeah, shall we wait for the wasi yan?"
The what?
The person who calls the shot.
Right. Wow, that's so insulting.
Then just say I call the shot. You can start now.
It's just I don't know. I think women have it more difficult in workplace.
I
if you
guess like
ask me.
into a certain extent.
I think so.
I feel it more because I see it more because right now we are in a team that is just two of us, the male and the female. So I felt it more lah. And then the moment they realize that I'm older than that guy actually, worse. How can she be older than this guy and still she is like so childish? She doesn't really.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
no worse.
You think I'm more much harder than I am?
Like seriously, yeah.
I can really teach you all this shit.
He's like fighting for the childish role. Not even like, not even angry.
Yeah, there's no competition, he wins.
Yeah, that's the ultimate. Like he can
No,
be
I'm more
dressed
childish than you.
He can be dressed in like jeans and t-shirt, right?
And suspenders and a bow tie, and people will be like, yeah,
And I
he's
walk
the
in,
adult.
right? And I'll still be the the one that's being discounted.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think female have it more tough in workplace.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I agree.
More expectation.
I guess
and
as
worse
of now, I don't feel it,
is if you have a family. Yeah. Worse if you have a family.
Oh, as a woman, yeah,
Yes.
because you are the expected caretaker
Yep.
in a traditional nucleus, family nucleus. You are the emotional caregiver. You must take care of the family. You know, in a sense.
Okay. No, I think I just really have no experience with it because I really like cannot relate lah. You know. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I say I'm too young already.
Now you're the sweet young thing, so you won't feel anything.
Yeah, anything, just cry. If you fuck up, just cry.
Karen bully me.
And Carrie, it's okay, it's alright.
You can cry as much as I won't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know. That's why I say Karen bully me. Not
Cry
the
already,
girl.
right? I think I wash your dishes. Yeah. For me, the pressure of age only comes when in my next job hunting, for example.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm damn scared.
Are you job hunting? Like, is this something?
Are you leaving? You leaving me? Karen!
Karen!
Why are you leaving me?
All the oatmeal in the pantry for you.
Just reveal this, damn it! It's supposed to be a secret. Like I'm supposed to go for secret interviews, right? No, but seriously, it's like
How dare you leave me?
as a working woman, right? I'm starting to feel the pressure. As I slowly reach this 40 years old magical number, right, I'm also a bit worried because you are literally, this could be your final career. You know?
Stay here forever.
Okay. You know what I'm trying to say? So in terms of a career, the next career move, you have to consider very carefully, very wisely, because this could be your final pit stop, so to speak.
Yeah.
If you screw up or if you cannot just I'm not happy with this company, I quit. I did that a lot of times.
You have to
in my
suck it
youth.
up,
Like I have like 8 or 10
Wow.
jobs.
Oh,
Really. So in my younger days I have no qualms about leaving. To
time
me
to
it's like
quit.
if it's not happy, I
Just
go.
go. Yeah.
Wow.
If it doesn't
Okay.
if it doesn't make me feel happy working in the company, or I feel that my potential is not being fulfilled, I just go. But then not at this stage. A lot of things I have to think twice. Okay,
Your potential
There's
reach
more to
already.
lose lah in that
there's
sense.
more to lose, and
Yeah.
so I think for me currently the only thing that is really affecting me is like age, in terms of finding a next job. Yeah, because I'm at this stage in my career that I cannot afford to be frivolous anymore.
Yeah.
I see.
No, I understand that because when a lot of people ask me like why you want to go into acting or whatever, once you graduate, you know, you had so many job offers with the hire me later thing. Like, why did you turn them all down to pursue acting? And my explanation was because I'm in my 20s. This is the age where I can afford to experiment and fail. You know, if I do fail, then I have a degree to back up on. Rather than, for example, I don't chase my passion now, and then when I'm 30, I'm like, oh shit. When I'm married, when I have a child, I'm like, shit, I really want to chase my passion. Then it's not very wise for me to quit my full-time job, my stable income, just to pursue something freelance. To me, that sounds very risky, something that might not work out. If I want to do something that risky, the best time to do it, 20s.
But are you not scared that by the time you decided, okay, I'm probably, say for example, okay, I'm not going to make it. I'm not saying that you cannot make it, but what if she can make it, okay? She's a very good actress.
Hire her some.
Let's say, at what point, right, at a certain stage you find that, okay, this is not, my acting career is not going anywhere. And at a certain point, bread and butter issue, right, I have to find a job. Are you also scared that, shit, now that at this age, maybe say I'm 30 years old, I step up. For the first time, I'm looking for a first proper job. Does that scare you? Because even though you have like acting experience, whatever, right? But when you go to a prospective employer, they will look at your resume, right? Your CV.
It'll be relatively empty in
Yeah,
itself.
so you're fighting with younger folks, You're
No, I
fighting
feel
with
like
21, 22 years old.
I feel like I wouldn't be going for job interviews at 30 years old with no experience. I feel like everything that I'm doing right now is I'm
experience.
Yeah, it's all experience. Like the directing, the producing, the editing. Like these are all things that I can bring. You know, I bring as value add. You know, to my skill
You're
sets.
in the media like industry.
Yeah,
This is
because if I want to find like a desk job, I'm not going to be going to like banking or something. Like there's always advertising, PR, journalism that I can try, and these are all like, you know, very relevant, you know, fields. And if it's writing, I have my own website. That's experience that I can use. If it's broadcasting, then, you know, the podcast, you know, and everything I do. Like these are all relevant experiences. My added skill set that I can bring. So to me, it's not that daunting. I think we have come to the end of this discussion. How long did this take?
Whatever.
no idea.
Forever.
So that's the thing with older women, we talk non-stop.
So naggy, right?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
my mother hen. My muji. Is it muji?
Yeah,
Nothing to
Yeah,
write
she's
on.
my muji.
So what are your thoughts?
Let us
Your
know.
thoughts?
And in particular, let me know if, let's say you were hiring, would you pick someone with experience or someone with a good degree? I just want to know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that bugs me.
Or someone who sells creativity.
Yeah, sure. Someone who fixes a
Sells
good
the
degree.
flesh.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so let us know your comments and your thoughts. Remember to subscribe as well. And thank you to Karen for joining us this
You
week.
can go back and eat your oatmeal.
Yeah, we'll wheel you back, don't worry.
Yeah. Don't worry. You get out here.
Your blanket and everything, I just back for you, okay?
okay,
Pillow also got
I need to
pillow,
take out
got
my
shampoo.
dentures already.
And here's your cup of water.
Okay.
See you.
Bye bye.